that it was going to be an absolute battle, and that's what this game was. Ole Miss has a really good team. They've got a team that understands how to win, and we knew today would be an absolute battle. And both teams played super hard, and both teams made a lot of plays. And I thought that Kenny Gaines responded very well in the second half after being saddled with foul trouble in the first half, and his play in the second half was critical. I thought Charles Mann's effort getting loose balls, he did so many different things tonight that impacted the game that I thought his effort was terrific. But that's a great win for our school, and we had a terrific crowd, and certainly proud of our team.
Coach, there's a lot of basketball yet to be played, but right now sitting in third place after this win, just what does that say about the program's progress right now at this point in time?
Well, I'm really proud of our team. I mean, we keep getting better. We can continue to get better. We still have areas where we can get better, and I think the great part about our team is that they keep that in mind, that they come to practice every day with the idea that we can get better, and because they've had that approach, we continue to improve.
How much has Kenny Gaines matured as a player over the past few weeks?
You know, Contavious was here today. Here's a great thing about Kenny Gaines. Is every day last year, he had to guard Contavious Caldwell-Pope and deal with that every day. And that really matured him. And now he's taking those lessons from a year ago and using them to his advantage.
Mark, he was on Marshall Henderson most of the time, I guess. What was it looked like you just kind of had someone shadowing Henderson. What was the overall kind of strategy on that?
Well, you can't leave him open. You just see. I mean, he's just, and give that kid credit for how he's matured. He's a terrific shooter. I mean, he's got such a quick trigger. You know, I mean, not only is he a marksman, but he gets rid of it quick. And so you really can't get off of him, because if he catches it, it's gone and in the basket. So we try to keep a guy kind of with him and make the game 4-on-4 every place else.
I want to say this is the fourth straight game you all were trailing at halftime and then went on to win. Was there any adjustments or anything said at halftime in particular that stood out to you that led to the win?
No, we just told our team at the half, and you know, we told our team at the half that you got to fight till the sun comes up, and this was going to be a game that you just had to battle and battle and battle, and that really was the key message at the half.
Mark, are you at the point where when your guys have some adversity, like a technical or something like that, that you know they can kind of hold it together and persevere?
Well, we're starting to toughen up. You know, we're starting to develop a toughness about us, which allowed us to get through some adversity on the road. It allowed us to get through some adversity throughout the game today, and that's important in competition, that you have a competitive toughness about you, because you're going to be challenged.
You talk a little bit about the crowd and how big it is to just win at home. Now you guys got to go on the road next week.
Yeah, 2 games on the road next week, so this was critical for us, because next week we're not here, so it was important that we take care of our home court, and the crowd was terrific. You know, it's great to see that many people here and the energy in the building, and that's what college basketball should be about.
When you
Chris,
had
what does a game like this mean to somebody like Kenny, so much head-to-head with Marshall Henderson, and kind of being able to match blow to blow, a blocked shot, blocked a free throw of his, a three-pointer of his, and kind of stood up to him?
You know, Kenny, I got to give Kenny credit. You know, he got in foul trouble in the first half, and I sat him there, and it cost us a little bit, and give him credit. I mean, all the credit for keeping his composure and coming out in the second half and playing extremely well. A lot of times a guy will sit there, and I don't know how long it was. I'm going to guess it was 13, 14 minutes maybe that he sat there in the first half, and for him to be able to come back and play that well is a real credit to Kenny.
Mark, what's going through your mind when you have another player called for a technical and an elbow to Marshall Henderson?
Some things are better kept to myself, I guess. Yeah, the game's impossible to officiate right now with the rule changes. I mean, because every play could go either way. You know, that play they obviously got a chance to look at on the replay, so they probably got it right. You know, I mean, they got a chance to watch on the replay. So, we burned a timeout in the first half, an extra timeout in the first half, so we were kind of holding on to them like gold there, and I probably should have called a timeout and rescued him.
Coach, how important was especially interior defense in the first half when the team wasn't shooting very well and kind of keeping you guys in the game?
Well, quietly, Marcus and Dante, those guys do a really good job on the interior for us, defending, rebounding. Those guys, even the other night in Starkville, they keep us in a lot of games with the plays they make. And they're the most experienced guys we have on our team, so they make a lot of smart plays that people don't recognize, but I thought it was very important.
Coach, What made this game in particular so emotional over several of the other ones we've seen this season? I mean, you know, from both benches, players on both teams, kind of everybody, even the crowd was like really into this game.
Well, you know, the top 4 teams in the league played this weekend, so it meant something. You know, we got a chance to play for, you know, to be in third place, and as you start getting in late February, these games mean something. So, kid, you know, when you're playing head-to-head with a team you're tied with, it's going to be a battle. So I think that was, and there's still a lot of ball to be played, but that's the reason I think both teams gave such a great effort. And Ole Miss's kids did, give them credit.
One more question?
Did the illness or the stomach stuff, did that really affect anybody today?
Just J.J. Frazier. You know, J.J. was the only guy that had a little hangover from it, and the rest of our team was very healthy.